Get the theme from intentional choices made by the author. So each book can have many or multiple themes, and there's no wrong answer for a theme. All you need is evidence that makes sense. So, for example, I wouldn't come up with a theme just like out of thin air. It has to come from something, it has to come from evidence. But as long as you have evidence to back it up, then you have a theme. So, you often don't know what the theme is until the end of the book. You kind of have to just read the whole thing to figure it out, but look for repeated phrases, ideas, topics, symbols, stuff like that. All of that can help you get pointed to a theme. So you get to it through plot points, characters, and literary devices. And we learned about literary devices last time. They can tell you a lot about what the author is trying to tell you. This is your evidence and analysis. As long as your evidence makes sense, your theme is correct. And you kind of, and we talked about earlier, what we talked about during the poetry lesson, extrapolating meanings, like coming up with things outside of what the author is explicitly saying. That's how you get to a theme. You have to kind of just come up with things that maybe the author didn't necessarily say, come right out and say out loud. And you kind of have to think deeper. And this all just comes back to complexity. More than one thing is true at the same time. More than one force is at play on a certain story at the same time. And another thing is that the theme is not a lesson, cliche, or topic. So it's not a lesson or a moral like in a fable. It's not a cliche or a popular saying. You should avoid those in theme. Like I wouldn't say like killed two birds with one stone, throwing stones from glass houses, like stuff like that. Those are cliches and popular sayings, and you shouldn't be saying them in a theme statement. And then it's not a topic. It's a full sentence. It's not just like a one word, one phrase topic. So we're gonna watch the TED Ed video now, because you guys might be tired of me talking. This is called How Fiction Can Change Reality, and it's kind of like how fiction can have an impact on the real life, and this is kind of how where theme kind of comes from. So let's just watch this.